At the beginning of time, there was nothing, absolutely nothing. Suddenly, there was a crack, a detonation that along the time we call Big Bang. From here, the galaxies and the planets came out. At this point, notice that if you look at it attentively, we can already see the first traces of Première de Mars. At the moment, it is a ridiculous piece of land in an irrelevant planet, which we agreed to name Earth. In this planet, a series of conditions that made that little animals kept on appearing were surprisingly given. The thing was slow. While species did not turn up more or less recognizable, eras and eras went by. We will spare you the detail. And one day, when it all was more quiet, a species took form. In principle, coming from the primates, that resolved to walk upright and start to think a little. This species committed the imprudency of reproducing itself and got the habit of setting up communities. They kept modeling ludic and festive manifestations, often of religious inspiration that used to be based on dance and percussion. It's what later on we will name culture. It is approximately at this point that we may venture that the appearance of the first Première takes place. The individual went towards Maresme Lowlands County, coming from a big neighboring community, and seduced by a climate and an environment quite attractive. The first Première community was formed inland, for that question of protecting itself from the foreign invasion. A long time after came into scene the Romans, who were the inventors of the near-the-beach second residence. Centuries and centuries went away, and as it happened in all other parts of the peninsula, that territory also suffered the influence of multiple cultures and religions, all them based on the dictations of different prophets. After periods very convulsive, it came a season of placidity that invited some uphill premiers to approach to the sea and to start to settle there. Playing the game one time and another, the village of Premià de Mar was established. At the beginning, a lovely coast town. Later on, a lovely village devoted to the textile industry. And a little bit later on, a lovely urbanistic mess. From then on, the history of Premià de Mar has been that of a town damned to heroically fight against adversity. Several migratory flows made Premianers a multicolor community, full of life, but not much stick together, and without a quite clear road. With time, it was clear then that we, Premianers, were called to fight mediocrity and to turn up down a history rather miserable. Men and women ready to lead this feat were needed.
Let's take a walk, just you and me, and talk of days gone by.
Today, we can say that despite it all, Premià de Mar is at last emerging. Today, we can say these people and this association have done great things and have written down pages of our history that make us to feel very proud of being Premianers.
We kept on
From Premià de Mar Radio, we want to recognize one more year the job done by those heroes. The Radio Awards distinguish again the perseverance, the constancy, and the excellence of people who, from different fields, will have made all of us step forward.
on summer days. I would sing I love the song.
Although the Premis de la Ràdio are only two, the winners make all the Premianers greater. Premis de la Ràdio. Everybody plays, everybody wins.